Hello, welcome to my channel Lady D or Lady D Psychic. This will be my weekly video that I do for the week ahead, where I talk about the different transits coming up for the week, plus I give a card reading for the week, and I also do a channel for the week ahead or for the new moon or full moon that is coming up. So this week we have a new moon that's happening in Cancer on the 25th of the 6th, so 25th of June at 8:31 p.m. Now that is my time here in Sydney, so if you are on the other side of the world, it will be could be a different day, like meaning the day before, because I am ahead of you guys, at a different time as well. So with this new moon, it is in Cancer. It's because it's in Cancer. It's not going to be an emotional moon. It's about holding on to emotions, like holding it inside. Because Cancerians like to sort of hide their emotions. It's about nurturing, and also could be about wanting to stay at home, or it even could be about like for safety as well. We do have a conjunction with the moon and the sun with Jupiter, which is also bringing in some good luck with our emotions with this new moon. Also some good luck over our life. However, we still do also have that conjunction happening as a degree apart with Saturn and Neptune. By the end of the month, when we get into July, they will be conjunct before they start their retrogrades. And then, which is also, it's causing me that chaotic energy that we've had the past week, and also leading up to last week. We've also got, there's some squares happening during this new moon. So we've got some squares to Saturn and to Neptune. So I feel like just be careful of certain scammers around. And also there could be some problematic energy coming up with that. We've got the Jupiter, so I feel like the Jupiter that energy also matched with the sextile to Mars, that may outweigh the squares, but the energy, because it's a conjunct, it's actually there, not like an angle. I feel like that it's going to be stronger, which is going to give us a bit of hope. Where we've also got some positive aspects to Mercury. We've got a trie to Mercury to Saturn, which is really helping us to build our confidence, to be more resilient when things come up that we're having to face. We've also got a sextile to Uranus, so unexpected communication, but this could be quite positive. And then we've got a trie starting to happen also with that Neptune there. So I feel like it's helping us to sort of see through the sort of scams or the people telling us lies and manipulating us. We can sort of see through that with this new moon that's coming up. We've also got Mercury, which is going to be in opposition to Pluto as well during this time. So that might be signaling an ending of communication, or maybe the way that you think, the way that you speak, has been like a transformation happening around that as well. We've also got coming up for this week on the 22nd, when we start having, so we've got that exact sextile to the Mars to Jupiter. So Mars sextile Jupiter is helping you with confidence, it is helping you with strength, so it's giving you that boost that you need as well. We've also got on the 23rd, we're going to have the sun is going to start squaring to Saturn, so problems is sort of in our life. Then we've got on the 23rd as well, where it's going to also start squaring that Neptune, which is it's like, it even could be that like the world's told a lie. It could be like something that the media or something's trying to spin, and it's making it a good thing, but it's like it's really not. Like it's a lie there, manipulation at play. We've got on the 24th, we will have Chiron in square to Mercury, which is going to bring up some sort of wound to do with communication coming up with that. And we've got on the 25th, that's when we're going to have the conjunction with Jupiter with the Sun and Moon. All week we're still going to have the Mars, which will be in square to Uranus, which is bringing out that sort of unexpected anger, that war energy, mixed with that conjunction of Saturn and Neptune and the Chiron in Aries. So we're in a bit of a problematic time. The astrology is getting a little bit better from what it was last week. I don't feel as anxious or anxiety that I felt last week, so I feel like it's a little bit better. I feel like this new moon, while it's not while it's not all good news with it, it's not all bad. So I feel like it's like a mix of emotions that are going to come up. I feel like people are going to feel mixed things, but I feel like the main thing about it is people wanting to feel safe and secure, knowing that they are nurtured. I feel like there could be some sort of healing that comes with this new moon as well. I also feel like it could even be a bit of a release that comes up with it. I feel like it's going to be a good week for communication. I do feel like this week is bringing up people's confidence up too, but at the same time, I feel like there's a bit of anger that's also coming up this week as well. I also feel like this could be a week where people are needing to change or making plans, or could be having to change certain plans coming up, like have a plan B. It's still going to be this chaotic times. It's still chaos energy around here, and the energy of letting go. But it could be the fact that you can't let go, because it's like in Cancer. I've got this new moon in Cancer. Also, got like clumsy people being clumsy as well, energy, or needing just a time out, like a break. But it's like people are also trying to hold on. I feel like it's about holding on to old ways or trying to hold on to something they can't let go of. But I also feel like the energy around this week coming up is going to be a little bit, or quite nervous energy. It's also going to be coming up this week. We'll start having those positive aspects to Mercury by the 22nd. So by Sunday, we will start seeing those positive aspects to Mercury, which is going to be, I feel like, quite good and quite positive with that. Let's do some cards for the week. I'm going to do my angel cards for this week and see what's going to come up. Let's have a look. Let's see. So, I do feel like there's a sense of letting go this week. There's a sense of like if we can't change things, to let it go. And there is also the sense of loyalty is going to come up this week too. But also I feel like it's like a bargain, or there's a team effort, like a moment of clarity that's also coming up this week. I'm high spirited. I feel like that there is a sense of it's letting go. I feel like it's coming up. I feel like people are still feeling like, is it safe to travel, unsafe to travel? It was like interesting. When I was planning my trip to Singapore, I was meant to go last year with my sister, and then we changed it to this year. But I kept on saying to her, I want to go before June. We need to go before June. And she's like, oh, every year you say this and nothing ever happens. But I'm like, no, I feel like, and I kept on planning a trip before June. That's why part of the reason why I went in May, because I just felt like the world was going to be unsafe, or and around June. So, interesting fact. But I do get a sense of people about travel, whether they're unsure travel, unstable, and they're trying to plan, and in this world of unpredictable that's coming up. We might even see an earthquake coming up this week. Might happen too. I feel like there's a sense of people even feeling a little bit alone. Could also be coming up with them. This is like Superwoman here, so I feel like you just, even though there's a lot to do, but you just seem to get things done. You seem to be able to always find a way to get whatever needs to be done as well. I feel like the sense that to me is about holding on to things that you can't control, or you're trying to control something you can't. I also feel like it's a bit of heartache, or you're trying to get help from your angels, but that to me is also signaling a bit of heartache as well that might be coming up for you with that. There could be a sense of someone new coming in around you as well, too, for this week. Might be meeting a new friend, or someone new could be coming on. I feel like pay attention to your dreams this week. I feel like our intuitively will be quite high this week. I feel like there could be a sense of hiding this emotion, but once someone might say something that might trigger you, where it's that Chiron squaring Mercury, it's going to trigger a certain wound, but then you end up spilling out and start crying. There's some kind of emotion that can't be like linked to that. Could also coming on. I feel like people are being quite dreamed, but no matter what happens, people are finding a way to get through it this week. They're finding a way to overcome things. They're really using their intuition. They also are being quite grateful for the opportunities that they have had or they are having. And I do feel there's a lot of reflecting that's coming up this week. I feel like people are looking at what they can control and leaving away what they can't too. And it's a sense of that the world is this unstable world at the moment with unpredictable things that are happening, that people are trying to just control what they feel that they can control or what they need to control at this time. People are trying to make sense of something that doesn't make sense to them in this energy that's coming up. So the cards are a mixed bag that's coming up this week. I do feel like that there's this overwhelming sense of what's going to come next and people on edge. But it's just the times that we are in, that we're in at this moment too. So I will now also do a channel for this new moon that is coming up, please. I'll come up. This new moon is going to be big and broad. Well, there's going to be underlying emotions coming up for all of you. For there's going to be things that you felt that you had dealt with for going to rise up again. You're going to reflect on the past, reflect on your life, and reflect on where you're going. You're going to see things you did not see before. You're going to realize things you did not realize before. For it's all about reflecting on where you're heading and where you're going and where you have been. It's about time to forgive and forget. It's about time to set things right. But it's also about a time to see where things haven't been going right for you and to see how you can reflect to change that. For it's all about reflection with this new moon that is coming up. We hope that you are able to get through this energies and emotions at this time. We bid you good day and farewell. So for me, I have started a podcast. So I have started Spiritual and Cosmic with Lady D. So that is my podcast that I have just started. I started that last week. I have filmed my first episode. I will be also doing my second episode tonight and editing it and getting it out there on the weekend. I've also started a podcast with the ladies from the cruise. So that's Spirit Talk, Spirit Walk. I will try and upload that on my YouTube channel as well. So that's very exciting. I've also started, the podcast is the main thing. I will be at next weekend. I will be at the Afterlife convention. As I said, that is the one that costs a fair bit to enter. If you do want a reading with me, you can just book outside that anyway. But it is somewhere where you can see me face to face. If you are in the Sydney area, the weekend after that, I will be in Brisbane for that fair up there. And then after that, I think my next fair will be in late August, I think, at Port Macquarie. So that's where I am heading at the moment. So I don't think if there's anything else that's been coming up. No, if there's something that you want me to cover in my podcast, please put it in the comment section and I will note that. If there is anything, other videos you want me to make, please also put that in the comment section. So I'm thinking of doing an astrology video or maybe on a Queen Elizabeth I and also maybe even doing like Elvis for some reason. But please also put that into the comment section below. I know it has been quite hard with the world, but as I said before in my many prediction videos, that I have felt war was coming. And I've always felt, I still feel the same way, where I feel like things will only get more intense or worse when China gets involved. Obviously China's being the one that sort of stirs things up, and that's where I feel like then start to worry. So wherever you are around the world, I feel like that right now it's okay. And as I said last week in my video, I said start to stock up. So yeah, I do recommend, if you feel like you need to stock up, to stock up on certain things. But I do feel like in terms of war energy, I always get the same thing, that once China gets involved, that when things might ramp up, or at least for the world anyway. So wherever you are, I hope you are safe, and I hope you are doing well. So thank you for your likes, shares and your comments, and I will see you for my next video, and I hope you have a good week ahead. So bye for now.